Hi, everyone. Hi. So awesome to have you here today. My name is Lori, and I am a money and manifestation coach who also loves vision boards. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, this is really important in your manifesting. This is really important in your money. It's really important in your money goals. It's really important of like for like where you are going on your way to all the things that you desire. Okay. So, but there, so and I know that this can sound a little bit like I'm not really sure what you mean. So I want to share a story with you of my vision board, right? Of your visions, your goals, your dreams that might be a little bit different than what you've heard before. So I'm going to share a story with you. So for those of you that know me, can everyone hear me okay? Go ahead and just say like, yes, I can hear you. The sound is coming through. I'm watching my hair by my microphone so it doesn't make that sound. Okay, cool. So I have one day, so I'm a retired massage therapist, but when I was still a massage therapist about 5 years ago, hi. Oh, thank you, Erica. Thank you for letting me know. Rachel's here too. Yay. Madison. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, so I wanted to share because there was one image that changed my life forever. And I want to talk about that. So, and the power of images. So, one day when I was still a massage therapist and I was doing an amazing chair massage event, right? And it was a bit of a more like louder space. So, and I was just like working on my client and just like doing that shoulder and like the low neck, right? Like where all that tension lives, and was really just keyed in on that amazing chair massage. And I just happened to look up, like, I don't even know why, but I just caught something out of the corner of my eye. And it was this amazing image, this picture on the TV. And I was like, what is that? And it was just beautiful. It was like these bright red hibiscus flowers, these beautiful, huge, giant, like you could like wrap it around you, these like these leaves of these plants. And they were just this beautiful green. And like it was just like this aerial view looking down on like mountains and all this greenery and like and then waterfalls. And I said to myself, I asked this question, where is this place, right? And like we know what happens when you ask a question, you get an immediate answer, right? So well, I shouldn't say immediate, but you get an answer. And right away, like the next thing on the screen was it was Hawaii and it was Maui. And I was like, in that moment, like my whole body just went, I'm going. That is where I need to be. That is where I'm going. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but that is where I'm going. And I'm taking my whole family because I just have to. If that's how beautiful it is in an image, then I have to go there. And because it's just going to blow me away, right? So now, mind you, like we didn't have the money, we didn't have anything to do that with. But in 6 weeks, we manifested that money, booked that trip, paid, like we booked the trip first, paid for it within 6 weeks, got all the money, 10K. Oh my God, it was amazing, right? Had a great, great time. But the reason why I'm sharing this story is it all started, the whole trip started with me seeing that image and asking a question. So here I am, I'm a coach, money manifestation coach. I love to ask questions, right? Like I'm curious. I want to know all the things. I want to know about your goals, your dreams, your visions, where you're going, what's stopping you, what's getting in the way, all of that. So I had that piece, right? Because, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And then like the images and like the power of those smacking together and colliding is literally what I do now. So I retired from seeing that image. My entire life trajectory changed just from seeing that one image. That image of Hawaii, the beautiful scenery, I just had to be there. Because then what happened was, as we went, came back, and I'm like, now we're moving there, right? I know exactly where I want to live. It's in Lahaina, it's in Hawaii, in Maui. That's where I'm going. That's where we're going to be living on the ocean, whole thing. That's my vision board. That goes on my vision board, right? But here's the thing, like, I didn't even think I could afford to go there. I had no idea. So I was a massage therapist. I retired from massage therapy. I created a plan, right? About a year and a half later, retired from massage therapy. I'm like, I love asking people questions. People called me like, you're the voice of reason. Like, we just like, what would you do in this situation? Like, what would you do with this? So I'm like, I'm a coach. So there we go. So I got certified in coaching, being a body mind coach. I love to ask questions, retired from massage therapy. And then I was like, how can I bring in the magic and the power of images? And one day I was scrolling through. and I came across this training to help people and to teach how to create vision boards. And I'm like, yep, there I am. Like I saw the sparkly specks, like all like the little thing of like universe, angels. Like this is your next step, right? And I'm like, how am I going to combine this with coaching? Yeah, well, just like that day back doing the chair massage event, right? When I saw that powerful image, and I asked the question, and the two collided. What this beautiful image that just like smacked me in the face, just made me stop in my tracks, like to the point, like I still remember this moment. I remember what I was wearing. I remember what I was doing. It was like one of those moments. I asked the question, where is that place? And in came the answer. So now, through the power of questions and images, right? Like I help people do this in vision board workshops, right? Like, because this is the thing, like you can get ideas of like, when I ask people, like, what do they want? And they're just like, I don't know. I don't know. Or like the brain can get all caught up of like, oh, I'd love to live by water. Okay, like where? What water, right? But this is the beauty with the power of images, because when you start to look at pictures, right? When you start to notice the surroundings around you, and then you yourself start to feel that shift, just like I did when I saw that picture, and you are like, oh, that picture is mine, right? Like, where is this going? And when you feel that connection, that energy, that energetic connection through that picture, boom, that's when changes, clarity comes in, right? Because, like, what's the next thing when I ask you, like, what do you want? You're like, I don't know. It's such an overwhelming thing, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I want, right? So, but when you start looking through pictures, then you're like, oh, I want that, right? Oh, I want that. Like my body feels that. So when you select these pictures that your body, because here's the thing, like, because I've seen this a million times, like at vision board workshops, right? Like you're like, I don't know what I want. And you look at the person next to you and you're like, oh, okay, I could totally do that. All right, that looks good. You clip it out, you paste it on your board. But what happens when your board is like that, right? Like, because I've heard this too. Like, I forgot I made one. It was January. I had full intentions, all the things, right? And 6 months later, they pull out of their closet. Why? Because they weren't connected to the images, right? So, which is one of the key things that I love to teach my people that come and attend the workshops is we start to get this clarity before you even come, right? Like I have prep work, those powerful freaking questions I love to ask, right? You get to come into this amazing community of others that are already signed up and like waiting for the workshop. They're like already in there doing the work, asking the questions, right? And like, because it gives you this clarity, like, you get to like start now of like, oh, like where are those pictures, those places that are starting to call to you, right? And really start to get in that energy of it. And, versus coming into a workshop one day and being like, I don't know, right? Because this is the thing. Whether you have taken the time and created the space and time in your life or not, you are always pulling and drawing your manifestations to you. You're always manifesting. So if you're always manifesting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, why don't you manifest and get what you actually want, right? Like all it takes is getting that clarity. You don't have to be married to it because guess what? It's a picture. Pictures speak 1,000 words, right? Because there's a part of your body, it's actually in your physiology where there's a part in your body, like the enteric nervous system. It's like where your intuition lives. It's where those internal nudges live. It's where those, just like that instant where my body saw that picture of Hawaii and Maui and I went, what? That is for me, right? That's that part of your body. That's part of your actual nervous system. It's like your enteric nervous system, right? It doesn't use language. Like the limbic part of your brain does not use language to communicate, right? It uses how you feel. How you feel. Like when you get excited, inspired, when you start to notice yourself leaning in a little bit more, or you stand up or sit up a little bit taller, right? Like this is how your body talks to you. When you feel excited, inspired, that's your body calling out to you. Yes, that's for you, right? Like this is for you. And so if there's this part of you that doesn't use language, it uses pictures. It can even use music, right? Like how many times have you been like super inspired or, you're just like, I want to dance around. Like you can be like feeling like crap and 40 seconds later, you're just like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. Or sometimes you're sad and down a little bit and you just need to have that sad song, just to let those energies move through you, right? It's the same thing with pictures. So if a picture can speak 1,000 words, you don't have to, right? Because when you're trying to describe what you want and you're just trying to describe and describe and describe, and you're like, and then your brain gets in there and it gets all twisted and turned. You're like, well, I want to live by the ocean. And then you're like, should I have a condo or should I have a house? Like, is it going to be on the beach or maybe be around the corner from the beach? Like, your brain kicks in. But when you see a picture and you just see the beach and the ocean, you're like, that's what I want. That's what I want. That energy, that part of your brain that does not use language, uses that picture. You feel your body. That's it. That's what we do in my vision board workshops, where you're going to feel that emotional connection to what it is that you want. You're going to start to receive that clarity to what it is that you want that keeps your vision board up on your wall all year long, bringing in those things that you want. Because like, if you're even interested in vision boards, right, or you're even interested in setting goals, dreams, and desires, it's because there's something bigger calling for you. You desire to have that in your life. You want that, right? Like, you want more. Hi, Kelly. You want more in your life, and that is what is pulling and calling you forward, right? And when you connect it through images, through art, through words, you connect yourself to that, right? And then you can begin to draw it to you. It brings you that clarity. And when you are asking for the same thing with clarity over and over and over again, right? Like, it's on its way. So I happen to be hosting a vision board workshop on October 27th, and it's online, right? Because like, totally online. We're like getting started with the prep work now. There's still tons of time. We just created a new video today to help you really get into the essence of like how you can start looking and calling these images in, where you can find them, what activities you can do to really help and support you in gathering and collecting the images. Because I tell you, one image changed the entire trajectory of my entire life. And I know that power and what that means and what the impact that can have on you, your family, your friends, your community, your world, your country, wherever you are. I know that just from one image, what can change. And I really want to share and teach that and show you how you can do that for you in your life too, right? Even if things are like going great and everything is awesome, right? Like, it is even more, right? Even more is waiting for you. Even more is out there calling. So I like to ask the question, how can it get any better than this, right? Because as you bring more to you and as you are doing more, that just ripples out to your community and you can help so many more people with that. So if you would love to come to the vision board, you go to the link in my bio, click the link to sign up. Like I said, you're going to come right into my amazing Slack community. We're already in there working on the prep work. I've got some wonderful, light, fun prep work. Doesn't take a lot of time, but it's really meant to help and support you, like dig in there and really get clear so that we can start making your dreams like real, right? Like, your dreams are planted within you for a reason, right? Like, they are there calling you forward, right? Like, they are there intentionally. And that part of you that has them just can't use words. It just can't, but it can certainly use images and pictures to help lead and guide you. Because like I said, if I had never seen that image, if I had never gone to Hawaii and Maui, I would never have known I wanted to live there. I would never have been like, I got to retire from massage therapy. I want to be a coach. Like, look what just happened when I saw this image. Look what happened when I asked myself this question. Boom, they collided. Like, I never would have known. I never would have allowed myself to dream like that, but that image just, that connection is everything. So, and I want you to experience that too. So if this sounds like something that you would like to do, October 27th, it's 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Link is in the bio. Sign up. Let's get started. And I am here to support you. And you're even going to stay with me an extra week after the workshop. So if there's any questions, if there's anything that you're just like, you want more clarity on, we're going to have a wrap-up call also that's included. So lots and lots and lots of support. This is not come bring your scissors and your glue. Like, yes, you're going to need some of that too, but this is like full on freaking support, because I know that when people are connected to their dreams, goals, visions, when they're connected to that inspiration that's within them, and they're following those nudges and that internal guidance and their intuition, freaking magic happens. It happens, and I can't explain it. All I know is that it's there. I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I've experienced it, I've seen it for other people, and it does its job. The universe just steps in, and it's just like pow. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you at the workshop. And yay! All right, awesome. Take care, everybody. How do I turn this thing off? Okay, there we go. Bye.